Right, hi guys. Today we're going to be looking at Shibori, which is the Japanese word for basically manual resist dyeing techniques that involves shaping and securing the fabric before dyeing to create patterns. This goes back to about the 18th century and it's fun, it's something you can do at home. So what we're going to do is start off with a napkin. I'm going to show you some various different folding techniques. Just ignore the lines here, I was just having a little bit of a practice. So the first thing we're going to do is some accordion folds, some vertical accordion folds on the napkin. This is a great way to use up napkins. This one's a little bit stained, so I thought I'd use this to practice with. There's a number of things you can use, which I'll show you in a minute. We're going to look at pillowcases and a top, but you can use anything you want. So that's the first stage. Then you're going to basically make a little triangle sandwich. So you fold your triangle and you fold it under, and then you fold it around and under and like this, and you just carry on folding. Some of you are going to be much neater than me, not the neatest person. Triangle, fold it over each other like this. That probably just confused you now. Like this. Carry on folding. It doesn't need to be perfect, so don't worry too much. Getting into a bit of a mess with this. There we go. Right, so, and I'm just going to tuck that bit under, if you can see it. There we go. And the next thing we do is we just take our elastic bands. Now you can use loom bands or elastic bands. I don't have any loom bands, I can't find mine, so I'm just using basically what I've got in the kitchen. And these are all things you can do at home. So, and this is just to sort of keep it together. Let's put another one. Will that go around there? I think that one's going to come off. Maybe I'm just going to leave it like that. So that's the first one. Second one is pillowcase. Okay, so I'm going to do slightly bigger folds on this. And again, we're doing the sort of a slightly larger concertina fold, if you can see that there. And we're going vertically up the pillowcase, and then we're just going to fold that under like that. And the next thing you're going to do is, now the Japanese would use little wooden blocks, but I'm using what I've got at home. So you could use old credit cards. I'm using baked bean can lids, and then I'm going to use some of these to fold around here and get a few of these on. You can see. So I'm probably going to do 3 rows of 3. This is going to hold it in place, but also you'll see when we're dyeing it, this will stop the dye, this will resist the dye and hopefully make a pattern. Okay, number 2. Number 3, we're going to be using an old handkerchief, and you can just use some pebbles like this. Now, some people tend to mark their little dots on here, which I have done. You probably can't see, but essentially that's what I've done. It's just to get a little bit of a pattern going there. And what we're doing is we're just going to secure. Now, loom bands are really good for this because they're quite small. This takes a minute to do, just wrapping it around there, guys, like that. And then you want to carry on. Now, what I would say is it can be quite decorative if on one side you do the pebbles and then you flip it and do pebbles on the other side, because the shapes will be slightly different on both sides. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Let's just do this, and I'll carry this on in a minute without filming because that's just boring to watch. So, that. Okay, and then I'm just going to flip it and then put my pebbles. Now if you've got marbles, you can use marbles. Marbles look really good. They're sort of even all over. I've just picked some pebbles off the drive. So you would carry on doing that all over. So you'd have 2 there, 3 there, and 2 there, and then that'll be ready for dyeing. Now the last one is you're taking an old top or a t-shirt, and you can just fold let's do it this way. So you have the bottom of the top at the top, and then I don't like this top, which is why I'm using it. It's good to upcycle things. Then what you do is now you can use an old pipe. I think I just found this in the garage. I think this is the end of a hammer or a mallet or something. And then what you're doing is you're just rolling this over onto here like that, making a little sausage sandwich. Then you take string is the best thing for this. I haven't got any string, can't find it. So I've just found a bit of embroidery thread. It's probably not quite as strong as the string, but you just secure it there. And then essentially what you're doing is you're just wrapping as much as you can. I'm going to do this, I'm left-handed. Wrap it tight around here. As evenly as possible. And you're going to, in a second, we're going to secure the end. Nearly there. And that's it. And then to secure the end, you're just going to tie it like that. You just tie it any way you can, really. There we go. Right, the next thing we're going to do is push it, squish it all together as much as you can. There we go. And now you can try any different combinations. Here we go. That's the pebble one, which I'll finish later. There we go. And we're going to dye those is the next stage. Here's a little one that I'm just playing with. You can use pegs. Now if you look on the internet, you'll find lots of different shibori methods, but I think these ones are quite good ones. They're quite versatile. So the next little film I'll record is showing you how to use natural dyes to dye them. We're going to use red onions, we're going to use turmeric, and we are going to use avocados. See you soon.